Trevor Bauer won the Cy Young last season. What do the advanced metrics say, though, about how likely it is that he continues that level of dominance?
So one of the advanced stats that I really like to look at when we're trying to do projections or really figure out what a player is going to do moving forward are expected stats. So if we look at Trevor Bauer's expected ERA last season, he did have the lowest expected ERA of anyone in the majors. But what I want you to focus on here is the fact that it was higher than his actual ERA. And for all of these pictures, who were all Cy Young candidates, 2 of them won the Cy Young, they all had higher expected ERAs than actual ERAs. And I think that's really important to keep in mind heading into 2021, because these guys had very small sample sizes, which is not their fault, and they pitched in very atypical environments. So this tells us kind of what their ERA should have been. Those are all great numbers, but they are higher. I don't think we can expect Trevor Bauer to have a 1.73 ERA again, which is nothing against him. It's just really, really hard to do that.
I get coming to the new division would be difficult. I don't expect Bauer to be as dominant as he was a year ago, but he is still the best player available. Remember, I just want to be clear here when I say Bauer or bust. I didn't want him in the offseason. I wanted Springer. They chose to go in a different direction. The only way to get this team to the next level is with a guy like Trevor Bauer. Now you're taking that rotation and making it a super rotation. So he doesn't need to be as dominant as he was a year ago. You take half of that and you still have the best 1-2 punch in Major League Baseball, which elevates the team. So on a short deal, even if it's going to be high average per year, yes, it is still Bauer or bust for me as far as this offseason goes for the Mets.
Reck, does it make you nervous that Bauer largely pitched against the weak hitting teams last season?
Yeah, it does, because as Sarah mentioned, the NL Central was putrid offensively, and you could even talk about the fact that the only other teams they played were in the AL Central. Between Cleveland, Detroit, they had some really bad offenses, and Kansas City, they had some really bad offenses over there, too. So he really didn't face, outside of Minnesota and Chicago, the White Sox, in fact, those are really the only 2 plus offensive teams he faced on the entire year. I don't even know if he faced them. I just know that they were on his schedule. So when we look at that, that's going to be different. When you're coming to the NL East and you're facing some of the teams that he's going to be facing, Washington got better offensively. You can say that about them. Yes, they're going to strike out more, but they got better. They put more bats in that lineup. Atlanta is a juggernaut offensively. The Mets, he could be pitching for them. That'd be great. The Phillies got Real Muto back. They're going to be looking pretty good offensively again, too. Their question marks are mostly on the pitching side. So, yes, it's going to be different for him pitching in the NL East